I think all places in Slovakia have nice girls.
Um, mm, yes. What can I say? What can I say? Slovakia has. I can't express it. More than the average.
Yes, more than
In
the average.
more than the average in that area. Um, but that's dangerous. That's very dangerous because because how it looks is not the same as how it tastes.
Hmm.
I can't believe I'm saying this, right? So, uh, so you have to choose very carefully. You have to choose very carefully. And it's probably not a good idea to taste everything. It's probably not a good idea to do that. So I wouldn't recommend that. But it's dangerous because of the balance of beauty and intelligence. On one side, we have aesthetic perspective. We have the physicality, the beauty. Now, we all love to look at beautiful girls because basically, beautiful girls means beautiful children. That's what it means.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know, I know you were thinking about something else there, but but that's the that's the genetic historical psychology, which is that beautiful um, beautiful people produce beautiful people in theory. So a beautiful girl means that the children will be similar to her, and so the children will also have positive physical characteristics. Um, so that's on one side, and on the other side you have the intellectual aspects, the planning and the organization and the progressive development. And these are very hard things to balance together because the planning and the organizing and the development is all long term. It's 10, 20, 30, 40 years and you're going to you're going to die with this person, right? And on the other side you got that physical beauty which will be there for I
five
don't know.
years.
Yeah, maybe it will be gone tomorrow. You never know, right?
Or till first girl, first children.
Oh, till you wake up in the morning, right? Yeah. And then you think, ooh, mistake. 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 Sorry, I took the wrong one. Oh dear. Let's put it back. No, thank you. No, thank you. Um, so, uh, yeah. So the beauty disappears. Bye bye, and it just goes. It goes for most people. I mean, you do meet some older people who really shine and sparkle with this great energy and beauty, definitely. But it usually the physical beauty usually disappears, and especially having children, because having children just destroys your body usually for women. The hips go so that the baby can come out, and sometimes they don't kind of go back together. So which is okay if you want to have more kids, and so that's one thing. I don't know. Some I don't know how they do it. But some mothers look even better actually after they have kids. I don't know how they
Mhm.
do it, but it sometimes it works in the other direction, as well. Um, so so balancing these two elements, always very difficult, always very complicated, because we think we all want our kids to be good and have advantages and have a positive life, and we know that um, we want them to be physically good, physically strong, and the physical aspect is part of that. But we also have to think about intellectual development and growing in knowledge and information. And it's hard. It's hard to balance what we want, what we need now with what we will need in 20 or 30 or 40 years. And obviously, intelligent people think about the future. They're thinking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 years into the future. And I think the less intelligent you are, the lower your IQ is, the less you plan and think about the future. And one other little thing to add that I teach when I'm teaching my teenage students about planning and organization and life and the future, and uh, teaching the girls about being women and the boys about being men. And really, that's what I was doing 2 hours ago, right? I had an office full of teenagers, and we were talking about uh, being a man, physicality, fighting, training, when to fight, when not to fight, and what to fight for and what is important. We were talking about all of those masculine aspects of character. And one thing which is really important, which nobody teaches teenagers, nobody teaches them this, is that you have windows of opportunity in life. You have windows of spaces. For example, age 15 to 20 uh, is like experiment. It's like experimentation with who you are. 20 to 25 is study for uh, university, future career development. 25 to 30 is first job and serious relationship. Now, when you get to 30, you've got this window, 30 to 35. Now, in that window, you need a good job, you need a stable place to live, probably, you need to get married, and you need to have your first kid. And if you don't do that in that window, it's difficult. Because then you've got 35 to 40. 35 to 40 is last chance for girls to have kids. Last chance. And men at that point need to be developing their career to a certain level, because by the time you're 40, you want to have a clearer picture of your financial future than you did before. And so you've got these windows. And in that window, you must do all these things, because you can't do them in the next window because you have to go to the next level. And if you don't do that thing at that time in that place, then you're running out of time. But people
Mhm.
think when they're young they have all this time to do everything, but you don't. And that's why I know so many women who are age 35, they don't have a partner, and they're screwed, not physically, mentally, for the rest of their lives. Yeah? They're mentally fucked for the rest of their lives because if you don't have kids, if you and you need to know someone before you have kids. You need to know them at least 1 year, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years before you have kids with them, so that you can see what the future is going to be like. And if you're 35 and you're not in a serious long-term relationship, you're out of time if you're a woman. And how are you going to develop a relationship? Who are you going to have a relationship with? Who's going to want to be with you at that point in time? Because sensible people, sensible people want to have children, because when you're 60 or 70 years old, think about the future. When you're 60, you will need help.
Yes, you need someone.
You need help, and who is going to help you? Who is going to help you? You need kids to help you when you are older. It's the way that we're built. It's the way we're designed as family units in the world. We need that, and and I guess nobody teaches this because so many people between the ages of 30 and 40 are just they're lost. They're so lost. And it's harder for women than it is for men. I'm not saying that men have it easy. Men don't have it easy, right? We don't. But it's harder for women because women's value in the marketplace and relationships, male-female relationships, this is a marketplace. It's buying and selling. We are all prostitutes. We are all prostitutes because we all sell ourselves. We have to sell ourselves to other people. And in the in the relationship marketplace, and especially in the sexually orientated relationship marketplace, women have value, high value when they're younger.
Yes, of course.
They have high value. So let's say 20 to 30, right? It's high value women, right? Or maybe 20 to 25. Maybe it's even younger, high value. But men
Maybe
have.
from 15. No.
See, you're already thinking about it, right? You're already thinking about it. The future. Right. Yeah. 50. Ready for everything. Yeah. No, men's value is men's sexual value is age 40 to 45. That's male. That's male marketplace sexual value because you usually have a stable job, you usually have some money, you usually have some property, and you usually have some kind of brain or some kind of idea about how the world works.
Mhm.
And when you understand that, you have something to give. And so the relationship dynamic is a little bit different. The men have more power as they get older, but women lose that because the focus of their energy then becomes family and kids, so it becomes slightly different. And so this power dynamic makes it more difficult for women because if you don't get into that relationship younger, if you don't find that person when you're younger, it creates huge problems when you're older. It creates massive problems. But men have more opportunities, so it's a little bit easier in that sense. So that's my observation about that, and
Yes, you're right.
that's why there's a positive power dynamic between slightly older men together with slightly younger women, because the slightly younger women have the more physical attractiveness, and the slightly older men have the more masculine elements that they need from
Mhm.
society to
My
support the
wife,
family.
my wife is 10 years younger than me, for example.
There you go. That's
Yes, that's
that's an
about
example.
what you say, what you told.
Yeah,
No?
that's exactly what I said.
Mhm.
That's the power dynamic that exists, and it's a very strong power dynamic because the values are equal. The ages are different, but the values that people bring to the relationship are equal at
Mhm.
that point. So so it's interesting. Now that this doesn't mean that people can't be the same age and have a good relationship. Of course they can. Naturally they can. It does also mean that it's a little bit strange. If the woman is older in the relationship, then that's a little bit of an unusual situation to be in, I think, because um, 'cause psychologically this suggests something like the woman is already a mother because she's older than the man, and there's a kind of
Mhm.
mother-son dynamic there.
Yeah,
When
usually, man who is younger than his wife, usually these men have a kind of social problems, or you know, he still need a mother.
yeah, because because he doesn't have the masculine aspect or elements necessary to go out and get a younger woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he was a man, he would be, right, come on, let's go out into the marketplace and let's see what is available, and let's find someone. But he doesn't. He's kind of caught. Got one. Right, this is mine, and they get trapped in that kind of situation. So and there are lots of different dynamics that exist in relationships. Um, I know a lot of relationships where the woman is younger in age, but mentally she's more
Mm-hmm.
advanced than the man. So I'm thinking of one specific example right now where there's 8 years difference between the two people in the relationship, but like he's 30, she's 22, but mentally she's 35, right? She's really advanced in her thinking. And that's interesting. That's interesting because the age is like this, but the relationship is like this. It's the opposite way. So relationships work in lots of different ways. I don't know. So yeah, there's 10 years difference between me and my partner, and that has worked, I think, quite well for us in terms of relationship dynamic. It also means here's a really interesting point, and it's the same thing, which it also means that we can have more kids.
Mm-hmm.
If like I'm 42 now, so if my partner was 42, we couldn't have any more children. But my partner's 32, which means we have 3 or 4 more years to have more children if we want to have more children.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really important.
And now you have 2 children. 2, 3. Oh, you are a man.
Yes, I was very busy. Mm. Yes, but I would like to have more. I would like to have 5 children.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
big family.
Um, yes, because I am an only child.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any brothers and I don't have any sisters, and I come from a very small family.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like something different for my family. I'd like the experience of a bigger family, because for me, not having brothers or sisters, it made a lot of things, I think, difficult for me when I was younger. And I think if you've got brothers and sisters, they can help each other, hopefully. Hopefully. It's a support network for
Mm-hmm.
the family.
It depends on you how you will teach them.
Oh, yes.
Because I know a big family where brothers and sisters don't know names of another children. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? They
that's probably a gypsy family.
no, I mean 3 or 4 children hate everybody, hate another sisters or another brothers.
Uh, yeah, well, that's just bad parenting, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I said. It depends on you.
Yeah, you need to give good examples. You need to educate the children. You need to give them opportunities. You need to give them time. You need to explain things to them.
Yes, you are
And
a teacher. You are a teacher. Who another can do it if not you?
well said. Yeah, I can. I can. Yes, very well said. Exactly. Um, if I can't do it, then I should change my job. I think I should change. I should change my job. But yeah, and you also need to give them space to develop their own ideas at the same time as well. It's a difficult balance. Not too much, not too little.
Yes.
Um, and I don't think that there's a right and there's a wrong. I think that each person's experience is different, and because every family is different. Every family has different traditions, different habits, different histories. Each person is a little bit different, different characteristics. So, so I think what is good for one family maybe is not good for another family, and these things change. Uh, like every guitar is a little bit different, right?
Yes.
Every acoustic guitar is a little bit different.
Every drums is different.
Yeah, so the same with drums. I only know about even if you get like the same guitar from the same company, if it's like an acoustic guitar, there's usually a slightly different sound or
Hmm.
resonance or feel to it. And so you said with drums as well, every drum is a little bit unique. So yeah, yes, children are like drums.
Yeah.
Children
You
are like
must
drums.
be them. You
You
must.
must beat them regularly. Oh my God. Don't don't do that. Uh, right. Um, so enough about relationships. I don't know why we're talking about relationships.